Hey guys, welcome back. Tisha here, back to read the acknowledgement section of the Witness War Read. I promised to do this, and I did not have time when I finished the last reading. So here I am, making sure that this is released on the same day. So it says from Rebecca, y'all. My ring light and everything is packed up right now. It's been a week. If I tell y'all what I went through with them doing stuff, repairing and stuff in here, and how it was supposed to be done on a certain day and it wasn't. And yeah, anyways, I have been touched and blessed by literally hundreds who directly and indirectly supported us in the writing and creation of this book. What I wouldn't give to mention you all. Please know that the spirit of your contribution resides within these pages. For my new life outside the FLDS, I express my love and gratitude for so many people who have become family, believing in me when others believed I was evil incarnate. I will forever be grateful for those who helped me sort myself out in Coos Bay. Michelle, Inskep, Inskeep, Martha, Leah, and Mary, Dr. Bob and Kim, Vinny and Allison, Martin and Sequoia, Jonah, Carol Jackson, and my Opry family at the Little Theater on the Bay. In Idaho and Utah, my special love and thanks to my children's adopted grandparents and very special friends Wayne and Pat Stutzman. I ain't trying to butcher it, y'all. I am forever grateful for your example of charity and love for me and my extended family. I would like to acknowledge my brother Todd and his daughter Lexi, who have come through insurmountable odds to create a new life, and whose acceptance and love have continued to inspire me, and to Megan Gallagher, whose love has helped to deeply heal in unexplainable ways. I express appreciation and great love as well to Cara Curry, Kim Bruce, Robin Hollis, Craig, and Kristen Van Elen, Tiffany Mills, Zanny Young, Sarah Dutston, Diane Hawkins, Leslie Ward, John and Jane Close, Ben. She put her husband in here, okay, or her ex-husband. She's such a good lady. Ben Musser, Jill Ryer, Brian and Sandy Kendall, Jim and Tajon Moore, the Gardner family, the Dan Fisher family, and Bonnie Jackson. Special thanks to those who were so patient in the writing of this story and who came to be part of it. Brianne McKenzie and Brent Cook, along with Doug Birch and his daughter Bailey, and Eric and Val Gibson. It is impossible for me to name every Texan who deserves acknowledgement for his or her incredible service in the quest for truth and protection of FLDS children. I especially wish to acknowledge the families of every person who put forth the grueling efforts behind the FLDS investigation. Your sacrifice has not gone unnoticed. With special thanks to Texas Attorney General Greg Abbott, all Attorney General officers and staff, not limited to but including the incredible Angela Godwin, Eric Nicholas, and Wes Hensley. All legal assistants in and out of the courts, all investigators on behalf of the state of Texas, all attorneys and guardians at litem who volunteered their time on behalf of the FLDS children, the Texas fugitive units who provided security for every trial, the Texas Department of Public Safety officers and staff, every Texas Ranger, most particularly Brooks Long and Nick Hanna, and the 51st District Court Judge Barbara Walther. In addition, I must acknowledge all those in their untiring efforts to bring compassion and continued justice, the county clerks and the office staff at SCHLEICHER, County Sheriff's Office and staff, with special thanks to David and Lynette Duran and George Arspey, the Cristoval Carmelite Monastery. I might have butchered that. Christovalmonocelite monastery. The presiding judges of Tom Green and surrounding counties, all the jury members for your uttering efforts to hand out fair and even justice. And finally, the Texas CPS investigators and the numerous staff who spent countless hours in their attempts to protect women and children. May you all be blessed a thousandfold for your momentous efforts in a case that was supposed to be minuscule and turned out to be larger than Enron in terms of manpower, dollars, and evidence. I also must thank the families of each of these people. I know firsthand the many sacrifices you made while your loved ones served on this enormous case. Special thanks to Bitsy Stone, Sam Brower, and Kathy and Randy Mankin, as well as others who followed the story through the years, seeing beyond the propaganda to human drama unfolding before their eyes, and helped whenever, wherever you could to bring truth and compassion. I would not be the advocate I am today without the professional support and coaching of powerful, inspiring mentors who helped me to heal myself before reaching out to serve others. My special Idaho counselors, you know who you are, Dr. Larry Bell, Beall, Beall, David Blanchard, OG Mando Group, Mike Johnstone, Michael Ken, Tiffany Berg, Carrie Pruser, Kevin and Sherry Hall, Pat and Jack Lawson, Greg and Melody Neal, Matt Spencer Photography, and Sam Marvin Photography, and Sam Silverston and Mike Domitz. Also, I would like to acknowledge several powerful organizations: SheRoseUnited.org, Positively Positive, New Skin, yeah, NU Skin, my friends in both the Idaho real estate community and in the Genshai, GENSHAI community. Bridget and I are so honored to work with an amazing team bringing this book together. First, special thanks to Margaret McBride and Faye Atchison from the McBride Agency for seeing the possibilities of this story and supporting us through the process of finding a fantastic publisher. And so to that wonderful publisher, beginning with the visionary mind of Jamie, who saw that this was more than a story and could be an entire movement, and to the extraordinarily talented Emily Griffin, who has patiently assisted us in wilting away at the voluminous manuscript to make it intrinsically valuable to the readers while preserving the essence of Rebecca flowing within its pages. Thanks also to Mark Stephen Long for copy editing, and thanks to Eric Raymond for his advice and assistance, and to the publicist Linda Duggins working so graciously and effectively with media. You wouldn't be holding this particular book in your hands if it weren't for my co author, Bridget Cook, who shared her gifts on this project, testifying more than 20 times on meticulous details about my life. Never had anyone ask me, "How did you feel when?" I had no idea. I had so much intense, unexpressed emotion inside. Bridget had the courage to walk beside me as I shared the darkest points of my life and even my unresolved pain. Yet she did it without planting seeds of hatred or vindication. Instead, she supported me in bringing light and healing to the most painful memories and joyously welcoming the future. She has cried with me, celebrated with me, laughed with me, and most of all, she has loved me and my children. In Natalia's words, my friend Bridget is one of my favorites. I wholeheartedly agree. Oh, I'm getting teary eyed with this. And I am forever grateful our paths have crossed. From the depth of my soul, I thank you, Bridget. Last but not least, I am honored to give special acknowledgement to a coach and mentor who made me seek bigger and fly higher than I ever thought possible, Kim Flynn at kimflynn.com. And finally, I joyfully honor all of the angels along the way who have been beacons of light, have touched our lives, and breathed hope into the writing of this book. You know who you are, and so do we. Namaste. Hmm. From Bridget Cook. Before any other acknowledgments, I first salute the courage and strength it took for Rebecca Musser to share intricate and often painful memories and the desire to serve her people and others. With her nearly uh, with her nearly eidetic, eidetic memory, it's obvious why her ability has continually impressed members of law enforcement and baffled defense attorneys. From her interviews alone, I gathered enough material for well more than 3 volumes of her remarkable journey. She brought that willingness to be truthful and authentic in the courtroom directly into this book. Thank you, Rebecca, for your profound legacy. I'm exceptionally grateful for the literally hundreds of hours of interviews, among those Rebecca listed in Utah, Idaho, and Oregon, and especially the men and women of Texas who considerately took time to make sure the events and facts of a very complex situation were accurate, namely Eric Nichols, Brooke Long, Wes Hensley, Nick Hanna, and David Duran. Special thanks to Carmen, Randolph, and others who strove diligently to represent the children and bring fairness and compassion, and to Bitsy and Sarah for your gracious hospitality. I would like to thank Ezra Draper, Zanny Young, Brent Jeffs, and many others for providing additional insight into having been raised within the FLDS. May you continue to discover your rich, innate value as you discover a new world. To those still in polygamy because they believe in it, thank you for honestly sharing your views. Rebecca and I both express deep gratitude to the following: Holly, Cindy, Stephen, Maureen, Emily, Jessica, Emily, Pat, and Jean Doyle. I left out a lot of last names, y'all, because it's getting redundant. Your, your multiple perspectives from within the mainstream LDS culture and from outside of it, your honesty in editing and your willingness to assist helped to create a more balanced and informed view, and frankly, a much better book. History leaves tremendous clues in the study of a particular people. Special thanks to 2 of the foremost scholars on the subject of polygamy, Noel Bringhurst and Craig Foster, who have provided an overview of polygamy from the early beginnings with Joseph Smith down to the present day of the FLDS with refreshing objectivity. Their essay can be found on a website existing at the time of publication, www.thewitnesswarred.com, uh, appendix. To my cohort, Eric Gibson, his beautiful wife Val, and to Gibbons, I'm sorry, Eric Gibbons, Leland Gibbons, who I trust will see their contribution to this project ripple out into the world, just as you do every day in business and life. May God bless you 1,000-fold for your graciousness, and to Tom O'Connor for seeing that long term vision and utilizing your vast skills to create continuing miracles. Special thanks to Bianca, Darcy, Courtney, Wes, John, and the rest of our amazing team who proved to the world that people can bring both ethics and joy to this world. Know that you are all a priceless treasure. To Dan, Foylet, and Tom, who believed in Rebecca and me enough to open beautiful new doors. To Stedman Graham, who assisted me in recognizing my value as a speaker and messenger, and to Faye Helm and Paula, 2 shining examples as to the contribution entrepreneurial women can make in the world. To all my She Rose United Sisters and adopted sisters, Celeste, Julie, Michaela, Renee, Sandra, Rebecca, Pamela, Becky, Debbie, Jackie, Elise, Allie, Mandy, and Gina, and Mary Ellen, who first taught me what a shiro was, and to my Win sisters for reminding me of the enlightenment women already are bringing into the world in the most powerful ways. To Cindy Amon, my beautiful butterfly, who teaches me to spread my own wings while fanning them during my busiest and most essential times always. To Bonnie Jackson, my sweet sister, who worked tirelessly by my side for years as a loving support and without whom this book would have never happened. And to Sarah, who has been a sounding board, friend, mentor, my girl Friday, and the bringer of laughter, sanity, and stability. And finally, to my family, who's never given up on me and who loves me in all of my humanness. That means more to me than you will ever know. Is that it? That is it for the acknowledgments. I feel like the about the author section is kind of, I don't know if, I don't remember if we read that in the beginning, but I said I was going to read it, and y'all know me, I try to keep my word. If you haven't done so already, make sure you vote, because whatever the vote stands at on Saturday, because that's when I'm gonna start doing some recording, hopefully. I'm gonna go with whichever book has the most votes. It is, oh, I can't think of it off the top of my head, just like me. I know one of them is actually from Rebecca's sister. I think that's called Stolen Innocence. And the other one is called Unspeakable, surviving my childhood and finding my voice. I don't think that's about a polygamous family, but I think that one was about a very religious family. So, well, pick whichever one you want, and whichever one has the most, that's what I'm going with. Because that other book that came from the Duggar's cousin, y'all, I started recording, and the first chapter I was like, this ain't for me. About the authors, Rebecca is a highly sought after motivational speaker and agent for social revolution. She empowers women around the world to escape from bondage in all its forms because, as she has said, I was once owned too. Born into the FLDS, an extreme isolated polygamous sect of the Mormon faith. As a teenager, she was married to the 85-year-old prophet Rulon Jeffs. Destined to be his 19th wife of 65. After enduring years of violation upon her husband's death, she escaped from his son Warren Jeffs when he tried to force her to remarry. On behalf of her little sisters and other voiceless young girls trapped within the culture, Rebecca testified over 20 times against cult leaders to bring evidence to light and freedom to her people. Today, Rebecca is the founder of ClaimRed.org, a nonprofit organization dedicated to bringing dignity, hope, and healing to victims of human trafficking. M. Bridget Cook is a national bestselling author, well known for um, penning riveting tales of transformation. Her gift is her courage to bring light into the darkest places of humanity, an illuminating path that awakens readers to their own magnificent journey. Her powerful work has been showcased on Oprah, CNN, and Good Morning America, and in People, among others. She is co author of the best selling Shattered Silence, the untold story of a serial killer's daughter, with Melissa G. Moore, and Skinhead Confessions from Hate to Hope with former neo-Nazi TJ Leiden, Leyden. Oh, wow. And her stories continue to rock readers around the world. In writing as in life, she loves to refute stereotypes. Bridget runs 2 trucking companies while enjoying her 4 amazing children and more pets than her beloved husband can handle. And an internationally sought after speaker and activist, Bridget wows audiences on the subjects of transformation, conscious business, and how to leave the footprints of an inspired legacy. Okay, Bridget, I like the way you sound, girl. Bridget got some stuff. Okay. I know I showed y'all some of these pictures, but I didn't want to give some things away. So, like we saw the anniversary pictures. Okay, so this is her and Ben. Y'all take a look at Ben. Y'all see him? Look at Ben. Oh, Ben. I don't really care for Ben, if I'm being honest. She's a lot more, forgiving than me. Then this is the Opry band in Coos Bay after a Christmas performance. Then we have her and Ben on their their wedding day at the Cedar Grill. And then we have her and her mother with her son Kyle in Cottonwood Park. So there's her and Ben, her and her mother and Kyle. What's that? The annex where let me read it. The annex, oh, the temple annex, where I spent a great deal of time working with Texas Rangers, and the aerial shot of the YFZ ranch. They had a lot of land, y'all. Look at that. Look at how high that temple is. What's the point of having walls if the thing pokes out all over it? Okay, so the first time ever television news crews were allowed onto the ranch. Then it's going to be her with Sister Mary Grace during the trial. And then after testifying at the courthouse, she was photographed with Texas Attorney General Greg Abbott. The shine on this. So there's that. Here's her. Beautiful lady. Beautiful lady. Then we have being escorted from the courthouse by two of the Attorney General's investigators after testifying against Warren. And then we got Warren with his jerky tail moments after being sentenced to life plus 20 years. He was let out the courthouse for one last time. You need to block him from doing stuff. Look at that pond scum. Ugh. And then the final picture is of her babies when they were younger. And then she has another picture of my beautiful children, Kyle and Natalia, who inspire and astound me every day. I'm sure because this was written a while ago. See, when they were little. And then them now. Beautiful, beautiful family. Um, you're supposed to put your rating on the video before this because I have a feeling everybody isn't going to watch this one. But make sure you do that. And don't forget to vote. And thank you guys so much. This was a good reading. I enjoyed it. And I'll be back in a couple days with our newest reading. I'm interested to see what y'all pick. Until next time, peace.